Welcome back. 4 people in a bottle, right here. Nam and myself.
We survived the holidays.
Yeah, survived the holidays, and we are taking it upon ourselves to
Bring you something new.
venture out, maybe get a little controversy with this. We'll see what happens. It's a hot topic. You know, we're talking traditional roles or traditional
relationships versus modern.
There
Let's
you
just
go.
say it like that.
Let's call it like that. Because I'll kind of we'll tend to speak from the mind of a man. Not saying that I know what's going through a woman's mind,
Right.
or understand that aspect of it, but yeah, you know.
I mean, whatever.
But I mean, like I'm saying, dude, I think really what's going on right now is
I kind of have
a lot of infidelity,
well,
a lot of cheating.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that's coming from just one side.
No.
It's definitely coming from both sides, right? Like
absolutely, and it's funny that you brought that up because I was just telling my wife that, funny enough, I think it's because everything's cyclical, and we went through maybe 10, 15 years of everybody kind of just being like not really understanding what relationships were and getting into relationships and saying,
whoa, you mean like 15 years ago we didn't understand it like as a society?
No, from this point, 10 to 15 years ago, kind of started the trend of individualism is what I'll say. People were getting into relationships. Like we went through a while of the music industry, between the music industry, even just the period media, whatever media that people consume, it was all about everybody doing them. The whole aspect of relationships being like a we thing versus you and me kind of went out the window. Like, and I say music, and I don't want to just point anybody out, whatever, but I'll definitely say the city girls. And I'm speaking from a man's point of view, so I do.
Okay, who are the city girls? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not cultured. Okay? So show me in the comments, whatever,
please. From what I remember, because they broke up at a certain point. They were a group of women, maybe 2 or 3, something like that. They came out with some music that was very like to
masculine energy.
Oh no! It was very like,
oh god,
the woman getting hers and going about her way. You know what I'm saying? Because traditionally, it's always viewed as the man, the man being able to be the player and go about.
Oh yeah, when did the tables turn?
So,
dude,
like, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm not saying, what I'm saying. Hey, I don't know.
So it went from that being its thing for a while to now. I kind of feel like people are slowly kind of getting back to, wait, maybe we went too far, and we need to get back. I think it
definitely went too far.
We need to get back to the relationships are actually like a thing, and they matter. Like,
All right, stop. Right? Let me interrupt here. Speaking on that, I think it went too far, way too far. I mean, you got stuff like you know what I'm talking about, and you know those singers that I'm talking about that think they're like. Well, I'm sorry, but as a dude, I don't want a woman that thinks that's gonna act like a man, that's gonna be all like alpha type thing, and like, well, like you've said before, in the masculine energy, like that's not what I want. I ain't looking for that. My wife knows this. My wife is definitely not like that, which is great. Like, I think we both have an understanding. We're very much more traditional. I'm sorry, but I need a lady, a partner, a wife.
I think there's a difference.
Whatever you're gonna call them, soulmate, whatever, right? Yeah, I need that person to act like a lady. And if you ain't gonna act like a lady, there's probably a reason why you're single. I mean, let's be real.
I hear what you're saying, absolutely. And I think with my personal opinion, trying to work on like emotional intelligence. Masculine and feminine energy, it is everyone has it, and it is a thing of it fluctuates. But with that being said, there's a difference between quote unquote an alpha woman and then a lioness. Think about that. A lioness is a woman that is, she understands that she is with her quote unquote king, if we're going to use the animal kingdom type of analogy, right?
Mm-hmm.
She'll go out there, and typically with with lions, female lions, they do the hunting, whatever, right? They bring back the stuff, whatever. The man makes sure that nothing disrupts the kingdom. Okay, cool. There's fierce women in this world, but what I feel like was misconstrued between being fierce and confident and this and that is that they had to also, for some reason, it was misconstrued that they had to be like yeah, I don't know how to what's the word, I don't know really
like
what
in
the
your
word.
face, I gotta be super defensive
because
I gotta have a wall up, like,
because chat
nobody
comments, please tell me if
I know
you've been around a woman, right, where you just knew like that's a woman, bro, like that's a woman, like, okay, I gotta step to her correct, because I just can't treat her like a certain type of way. That's a woman right there.
Whoa, no, you're talking, so are you talking like a woman as in a classy woman, or are you
in this instance, I would say a classy woman, like in a sense where like you went into an establishment, let's like as if you were a single man.
Because I guess you could still have a submissive woman. I guess that's the term, right? Please don't kill me. You could still have a submissive woman or a beta woman that's like,
I wouldn't even
she could be a lady and all that, but she's not like in that masculine.
I feel like I know where you're going with that, and I would say that my opinion does differ, but I would definitely say that yes, like a woman can be all those things and still be like the analogy I was using earlier, like fierce, like quote unquote lioness. She could be all those things for the person she's with and still be able to handle business. I think that's the best way I can actually articulate that. A woman that could be with her man, handle, and just he can he could be the leader of whatever, and for whatever reason he's absent, and now she's got it. Like she understands the intent behind what their relationship is and where they want their goals, what their goals are, and where they want to go, and she can handle it and push forward. I think
she can handle it as in like the responsibilities
of everything
and like,
that her man is handling,
like,
or has handled, and because he's absent doesn't mean that things aren't still getting done to the standard they have set within their relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like, not to put you on blast, but like I full-heartedly believe that, let's say you, God forbid, something happened to you, you're laid up in the hospital for 2-3 weeks. I know for a fact Anna would have it. She'd have this whole household.
Yeah, but that's
when you come back,
she's a grown, responsible adult. She's very much I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna let my man handle and take care of the stuff and whatever and take care of me. That's different. Now when she has to step into that, but that doesn't mean
she doesn't carry that with her all the time, especially when you're around.
I'm talking about these women that are like just acting a fool. I'm sorry, but just acting a fool.
Yo.
Yeah, I mean, they're out here acting wild, and it's like, and they're trying to be, and I think it's like a power struggle thing, and it's like, oh no, I'm big and bad. Oh, I wear the pants, and like the whole thing of who wears the pants in a relationship type thing.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if I'm sitting there and this lady comes off as like, oh, I'm big and bad and I'm approaching. If I'm single and she's single and it's, we were maybe could have been attracted to each other, I ain't never gonna step to that. Why would I want that?
No, I understand. That's especially right now. That's one of the biggest. I think
most men would agree.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's one of those like it's one of those things. I feel like as a society, we need to be not necessarily sensitive, because that's the wrong word. Understanding is definitely probably a better word. That because you feel like you've been treated a certain type of way does not mean that you need to treat the opposite sex a certain type of way. And I say that in the sense of this, like a lot of the plight from how I interpret it, right, through seeing the media, the social medias, and people talking about this topic, from what I understand is that because of how people have been treated in the past by whomever they were choosing to be with at the time. So that's another issue, the choice of who you're with.
But you keep choosing the wrong person, and then you sit there and say, "Oh, men ain't."
I get it.
Men ain't this, men ain't that. Like,
I'm with you on that. It's all about the choice.
I mean,
it's all about the choice.
Did you see the person you keep picking? You keep picking.
It's
like you have this category that you're like, oh, if you fit this category of a bad person or of a terrible person or a person that's going to treat women like crap.
Right.
Yep. That's the category you want to date. If that's what you date, I mean, that's what you're gonna get.
It's
unfortunate.
There's a podcast that I listen to. They're really good people. It's a panel of black men and women, and they talk that one of the guys on that talked about that. He literally said, not verbatim what you said, but basically what you said in the sense of like, you gotta like if your dating track, men or women, if your dating track is a certain way, and then you come out of pocket and start talking about how all people are like this, and well, not all people, but all men are like this, or all women are like this. You got to take a step back and be like, yo, why am I dating the same type of person? What about me?
Sleazeballs,
right? What about me is attracting these scumbags, bro? What about me is attracting them?
So that's when you got to take a step back and have some self-reflect and be like, huh,
right?
Maybe I should. You know,
try something
different,
try
or do this more, or blah blah blah. I'm sorry, but for me, I think if my wife, and don't get me wrong, and I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, how dare he?" Oh, blah blah blah, and they'll cut things and they'll remix all this shit.
Sure,
but it's like
we're just two more guys on the internet. Yeah, understood. Yeah,
but if my wife wasn't doing the cooking, like. I don't know that we would get into 16 years of marriage. Like,
I hear you,
because I don't want to be doing the cooking. I don't have the tools, the knowledge. I'm too rough with stuff. I'm gonna oversalt it. I'm gonna burn it. Like,
yeah, I hear you on that.
You need the car fixed.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I hear that.
Let me know. I ain't gonna send her out there. Right.
Right. And into the core of the conversation, which is traditional versus the modern thing. That's something within even my own marriage where my wife, because she's an only child, she's been used to doing a lot of things herself. And in the past, it was more prevalent than it is now, but it's still a little prevalent even now, just because we've been together a little bit. She definitely has gotten comfortable with a lot, but her core is to care about certain things. Her core is to be like, oh, I gotta do this, and I'm like, no, I got that. Something as simple as pushing the dang
taking the trash out,
pushing the cart while you're at the freaking grocery store, stuff like that. Like, I don't, just like,
you push the cart, or she push it?
I push the cart, bro. You figure out what you want.
Hold on. She pay or you pay?
Come on,
Come on.
I don't know. Come on.
I don't know.
No, I mean,
Hey, I believe in equal rights. So if you paid last time, she pays this time, right? Like, I mean,
funny. I'm
paying every time.
We have like a little running joke. It's really, for me, it's funny. She doesn't
same
like
money,
it.
isn't it?
Exactly.
Same account.
That part.
Hey, here's where y'all be tripping. It's the same account. It's the same money.
And sometimes she'll have her own bread, right? And then when she be like doing stuff, she'll buy me something that she knows I like or whatever. I'm like, oh, it's a sugar mama, bro. Hey, I appreciate it. She gets so mad at that. She doesn't like that whole sugar mama thing, but it's super funny to me still. But it's just, that's the running joke. But like, yeah, you're right. It's the same account. Like, it's like whatever.
At least I would hope so. Well, let me rephrase that. If you really found love and y'all are just two normal people, like you're not Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi or LeBron James or Michael Jordan, somebody, right? And then you all of a sudden somebody, oh yeah, love at first sight, like, and now they just looking for your money. If you guys are two people, why don't you have the same bank account? Like,
I am very traditional in that front. I know relationships that don't have the same bank account. It works for them. I feel like those type of people are very I don't know. I don't want to put nothing on that actually, because I don't want to speak on that because I don't have enough information to really speak on that. But I'll definitely say for me, in my head, the money's all going to the same stuff. So
yeah, but some people have the separate bank accounts, and my thing is,
if it works for them, it works for them.
no,
I don't
no,
personally.
hold.
Hey, you know.
Let me say this.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, then you shouldn't have gotten married.
Oh, you talking about them oaths and the vows that we
If
took.
I'm about to,
people don't want to talk about them oaths, bro. They don't want to do that.
No.
They don't want to do that.
If
it's
I
crazy.
know
everybody
I'm about to marry
married.
this girl,
everybody want to be married,
and if this don't work out, she's
don't
gonna take half of my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I better be sure that this is the one, and we have connected and we've become one.
And that goes both ways, because hey, look, ladies, no disrespect intended. A lot of your peers, maybe even some of you, but a lot of your peers, everybody want to be married, but nobody wants to put that work in to be married.
Nobody wants to put in the work. Well,
I'm not perfect.
Not
myself.
nobody. I'm sorry, not nobody.
I'm not perfect myself. I throw that out there 10 toes down. I'll stand on that. I'm not perfect. Nobody is.
I think it's a lot of new age though. Obviously, times are gonna change. Obviously, we know this. We know that.
Yeah. But hey, man, that putting that work in is serious. Like you gotta put that work in every day. So
for those of you that don't know, marriage is work, and if you're not willing to work and you're not willing to put the time in and the effort, then don't get married. Plain and simple. Don't get married.
Don't do it. If you have any qualms about anything, just honestly, it's better for you not to, because that's what. Fun fact: most marriages don't last past 5 years. Fun fact. Another fun fact.
Those are the people that are getting married after 2 months, 3 months of dating, after 6 months of dating. Then you're getting married and you're moving in, bro. You know this lady is cutting one at 1 a.m. You gonna put up with that? I'm sorry, but
yeah.
You know this lady, she doesn't cook. You ain't never lived with her, and she don't cook. And then if that's what you wanted, and like you're jumping into this marriage, and you're like, damn, I thought you were gonna cook. Well, when did she ever cook for you?
Did she ever? Hey, man, even
you guys didn't even live together before.
That's another thing. So traditional versus modern. I think it's me and Rita lived together for a while. COVID doesn't really count in my book, even though we were close proximity for a very long time.
Of course it counts. How does it not? You were forced to be together.
You're right. Stuck. You're right. I don't know why. I can't articulate why it doesn't. It just didn't feel real for me. Like you know what it is.
Felt forced, I guess.
It felt forced.
Okay.
Like we had to tolerate each other versus.
Hey, here you go. Hey, if you're watching, you didn't enjoy the COVID times.
No, but when we finally moved in and we moved away, we moved to South Carolina for a little bit because I got a job out there. That felt super real to me. That was like, okay, like me and you by ourselves in this apartment, we're figuring it out. Boom, we're here. This is what it really feels like to like really, really be together, away from any type of family network. There was no safety net. It was just us. And that felt really good to know that, me and her were working out everything and doing all we need to do with just us. So, pros and cons to it. But for me, that felt traditional in the sense of, moving in with someone like with Rita and then being with her without a safety net, that felt traditional for me in the sense of like, it's just now us. That's why I said the whole COVID thing just didn't feel real.
But I'm sorry. Marriage is not just you, right?
No, absolutely not.
Now
absolutely
you're getting two families together as well.
Absolutely, and that's another thing.
Or 4 or 5. I mean,
I don't
know how many wives you got, or how many husbands you got, or you're whatever you're into.
My cousin, her, I call her cousin sister because we basically grew up together. Her husband, he has like 30. Like every time there's a family gathering, it's like 30 to 40 people. That's how big his family is. Which is.
I thought you were gonna tell me he had 30 wives. I was like,
no, no. If he could afford that, oh my God, let's start there. But no. So Traditional, modern, like it. I love. For me, the thought of traditionalism is amazing. But I find myself kind of, for me, at least me and my relationship, we're definitely more of a modern relationship in the sense that we do traditional stuff, but we kind of have modern ideologies. I put it like that, and I don't really know how to articulate other than saying, like, for me, same bank account, shared everything. It's like 99%, damn near 100% shared everything financially.
Yeah.
Demons and skeletons in the closet. She knows it all. I know it all. What else is like something traditional? I don't know. But modern, I'll go modernly. Like, she didn't cook all the time. I tried to cook some of the time too. When we were in the apartment.
Oh, you had a nice little apron on too.
Yeah, butt ass naked. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Hey, fellas, cook for your ladies. You know what I'm saying? Cook for them. Hey, if they want you butt naked sometimes with the apron on, you know what I mean? Hey, man, throw that thing on there. Hey, bro, I got some meat and I got some meat for you. You feel me?